When people talk about public sector IT in the UK, they often reduce it to headlines about failed projects, expensive contracts, or outdated systems. What is usually missing is an explanation of how public sector software and IT systems are actually bought, delivered, operated, and maintained in practice. Public sector IT in the UK is not a single system, and it is not run by a single organisation. It is a large, distributed ecosystem made up of central government departments, agencies, devolved administrations, local authorities, the NHS, regulators, and arm's-length bodies. Each organisation has legal responsibility for its own systems. Budgets are separate, risk is separated, decision-making is fragmented by design. This video explains how public sector software and IT systems are bought and run in the UK, focusing on the real processes, constraints, and trade-offs that shape outcomes. It is not about scandals or politics, it is about systems. Public sector IT begins with need rather than technology. A department identifies a requirement. This might be delivering a public service digitally, replacing a legacy system, meeting a regulatory obligation, or improving operational resilience. Unlike the private sector, public bodies cannot simply buy what they want. They must justify why a system is needed, what outcomes it supports, and how value for money will be achieved. This justification is documented. Business cases are written, options are compared, risks are identified, approvals are required. This stage can take months. It exists to reduce waste and prevent poorly defined projects from proceeding. Once a requirement is approved, procurement begins. Public sector procurement in the UK is governed by law and policy. The aim is fairness, transparency, and competition. This has practical consequences. Requirements must be written clearly. Suppliers must be treated equally. Decisions must be defensible. Procurement frameworks exist to make this manageable. These include central frameworks for software, cloud services, IT services, and digital delivery. Using a framework does not remove responsibility. It provides a compliant route to market. Departments still define what they are buying. Suppliers respond with proposals. These proposals are evaluated against published criteria. Price matters. So does technical capability. So does delivery approach. Once a supplier is selected, delivery begins. Public sector IT delivery is constrained by governance. Projects are reviewed at defined stages. Risks are escalated. Progress is reported. This oversight can feel slow, but it exists because public systems cannot simply be abandoned if they fail. They often support essential services, tax, benefits, healthcare, licensing. Delivery models vary. Some systems are built in-house, some are delivered by suppliers, many are hybrid. Cloud has changed how systems are hosted, but not the need for accountability. Departments remain responsible for data, security, and outcomes. Once a system goes live, the work is not finished. Operation dominates cost over time. Systems must be monitored, supported, secured, updated. Public sector systems often run for decades. This creates tension. Technology evolves quickly. Public services require stability. Balancing these forces is one of the hardest parts of public sector IT. Security is central. Public sector systems hold sensitive data, personal data, financial data, health records. Security requirements shape architecture, hosting, and supplier choice. Compliance is continuous. Audits occur. Controls are tested. Incidents are reported. Data protection law applies fully. Failure carries legal and reputational consequences. Change management is critical. Updating a public sector system is not just a technical activity, it affects users, staff, processes, training. Changes are therefore planned carefully. Rollouts are phased. Fallbacks exist. Rollback is possible. Legacy systems are a reality. Many public services depend on old technology. These systems persist because replacing them is risky. They work, they are understood, they are embedded in processes. Modernization often happens incrementally. Interfaces are added, data is extracted, parts are replaced gradually. This reduces risk but extends timelines. Supplier management is ongoing, contracts are monitored, performance is measured, issues are addressed. Public bodies cannot easily switch suppliers mid-contract. This makes upfront design and governance critical. A concrete case study helps illustrate this. Consider a national public service that moves from paper-based processing to a digital platform. The initial system may be built to handle a specific volume. As usage grows, performance issues emerge. Capacity must be expanded, architecture reviewed, cloud resources adjusted, security reassessed, all while the service remains live. Changes must not disrupt users. Data integrity must be preserved. Over time, additional features are added. Integration with other departments, new identity checks, new reporting requirements. The system evolves continuously. Another case study involves shared platforms. Rather than each organization building its own system, shared services are created. Payments, identity, notifications. These reduce duplication but increase dependency. If a shared platform fails, multiple services are affected. This drives higher resilience requirements, more testing, clear ownership, clear escalation paths. Public sector IT is therefore a balance between efficiency and risk. Centralization reduces cost. Decentralization reduces impact of failure. The UK model mixes both. This can appear messy. It is deliberate. People often ask why public sector IT appears slower than private sector IT. The answer is accountability. Public systems must work for everyone. They must be accessible. They must be lawful. They must be auditable. They cannot optimize purely for speed. Over time, systems are reviewed. Audits identify weaknesses. Technology strategies evolve. Lessons are incorporated. Public sector IT does improve, but incrementally. This approach prioritizes continuity of service over rapid change. Public sector software and IT systems in the UK are therefore not defined by technology alone. They are defined by governance, law, risk management, and long-term responsibility. Understanding these constraints explains why systems look the way they do, and why change happens the way it does. This is how public sector software and IT systems are bought and run in the UK.